that same night, it's Vasil Lomachenko. That's why we've actually covered him today, because he's got a fight on the horizon. That's 29th of October. It's on a different card. It's just the same date as that last one. He's against Jermaine Ortiz, who I believe last time out beat Jamel Herring.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess this is a half decent matchup. Joshua, give us your thoughts on this fight. What do you see happening?
I really couldn't recall seeing Jermaine Ortiz outside of that Jamel Herring fight. So if I had seen him, I didn't recall any of his previous stuff, but I don't know that I did. And I thought that Jamel Herring looked bad in that fight. And Jermaine Ortiz, of course, he did his thing. He was able to pull off that victory, but I didn't come away with enough to know exactly how good he is, or how good he may ultimately end up being, just given what Herring looked like as the opponent. And of course, now he's going up against Lomachenko. So I don't think that, I guess we'll get a sense of what his potential may be, but I definitely don't think he's going to pull off a victory over Lomachenko, because there's just a different level of footwork, a different level of skill, and I'd imagine it's probably something he has yet to see thus far in his career. So I'm going with Vasily Lomachenko. I think this fight just kind of sets him up for whatever that next big name will be, and of course, as we mentioned earlier, maybe it's Devin Haney. So I think that's the fight to make at 135 at this particular stage, assuming all goes in accord for Lomachenko in this one.
Cool. Have you got anything to add to that, Alex?
This card seems to be just a showcase card. We have two U.S. Olympians, Troy Isley and Duke Reagan on it. The return of Nico Ali Walsh, and Lomachenko versus Jermaine Ortiz. This is Vasily's first fight since the Molly whopping he put on, I think, Richard Comey. Going to the Ukraine, doing what he believes he needs to do for his country and his family. But Jermaine Ortiz, solid guy. I've honestly never watched him fight live. I have seen highlights, and what I see from him is he's a guy that throws a lot of punches. He's in shape. He's not afraid. He has pretty good technique. I believe his nickname is the Technician, and he's going against probably one of the top technicians that we've seen in the last decade or so. So I know Jermaine's going to come bring it. I've seen him get a little too I'm sorry, too forward in his progress, where he leans a little bit too much past his knee, and has been knocked down, has been caught. Lomachenko, we know, has amazing footwork. So I'd expect Vasily. This may be more of a competitive match than we may think, but it'll probably be a clear victory for Vasily going the full distance. And I think next, if it's not Haney, if Haney doesn't move up, does move up, I would want to see Vasily against Shakur. So yeah, interesting to have this fight happen now, and see where it leads us to. So let us know where Lomachenko is.
After all that praising of Lomachenko and how much you enjoy watching him fight, you want to sacrifice him to Shakur.
Yeah, I guess. I think the Shakur fight. I think it's pretty obvious to pick Shakur. I've said it many times, as well as been echoed through everybody. Shakur seems to be the next one. Devin will probably be more interesting, probably a little less exciting. Not to say Shakur would be exciting, but probably interesting. Devin moves so well, looking to be on the outside. It'll be interesting, that matchup between him and Basile.
Yeah.
I'll still pick Devin though.
All right. On that note, I think we'll wrap things up there.